I'm not gonna die.
Wait, this is trending on Twitter?
Yeah.
Why?
There's an RPG, a tabletop RPG called The Island, and that's what the DM announced. So everybody's repeating it on Twitter. Everybody's going to that.
Hmm.
Gotta respect for people who enjoy tabletop, right? I mean,
A strange form floats
hmm?
down from above, with a
Well,
star
I went left the other time, so it's your turn.
flying inside the enchanted skull of a giant.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
I knew it! I knew you'd come running after the gem if I dared.
You're going left,
Just
right?
like a fly to a dungeon.
Just stay center and
Now
wait.
I just need something to swat you with.
And get eaten alive by bugs?
Hey, I'm Brazilian. I'm already doing that
The earth
involuntarily.
To your astonishment, Babala Saga's hut pulls itself up by its roots. It heads for you, a hunter searching for prey.
Yeah. Lots of them. Scorpions too. Scorpions too.
Babala Saga calls to Shannon.
You know, we have an
You can
epidemic of
use
scorpions.
the straw shield to take the aggro if he runs away. Mine is called down.
Oh shit.
5 seconds.
What? No, I said that another issue here is scorpions. We have a lot of scorpions. Oh, are there non-venomous scorpions? I didn't even know there was such a thing. I thought all of them were venomous.
Killing you this way is far too bothersome, says the witch. I've another plan instead. Home! Go home!
Chickpeas?
Despite its bulk, the hut leaps into the air with surprising speed. It has to land somewhere.
Yeah.
The hut lands with a crash,
Yellow jacket.
wobbles, then suddenly slumps.
It still hurts.
More. Its front door
And if you're a tiny animal, and if you're a tiny animal, it doesn't just hurt, it kills.
only to reappear high above you. My nimble little pests, how you flit about!
Not all types of no, these scorpions here, no, but they'll probably make your entire leg limp if you're stung.
The angry buzz of insects.
So not good.
The witch's deadly swarm is gradually filling
Not a fun way to spend your evening. Ow.
Perhaps your companions in the other passage can help you out. The passageway is sealed by a pair of magical portals. I noticed two strange objects sitting atop rooms.
Oh, sure.
Then you notice something stranger still. The shadows in the room are moving. Two magical portals bar your way further into the corridor. A pair of grim totems.
Okay, can you start over your story? Because I froze and I couldn't listen. I just heard that you say about you were picking mushrooms with your parents. That's the only part that I heard.
The rune flares. In the distance, the sound of magic leaving a portal can be faintly heard.
Oh no.
The second rune lights, and the portal opens.
That sounds unpleasant.
A what?
This large area is sealed off by
You kidnapped a wasp.
on each level. Runes can be seen next to each one.
And you were jumping on top of their nest. It's like, damn, these neighbors on my roof. I bet they were like, "Where's the broom so I can kick the roof?" I saw a guy training wasp to not sting him. Yeah, so he was like, he had his colony, and every day he would put a little bit of honey on his fingers and stuck his fingers in the colony, and they would just lick the honey and let him go. Right? They wouldn't attack him. They do.
It's like bees and wasps. Like bees will surround wasps to murder them by heat exhaustion.
Depend on the species. I mean, there are lonely wasps who hunt, right? They don't. Those wasps don't care because their food is carnivore. But the wasps that eat vegetables, they like honey. So anyway, every day he would put some honey on his finger and stick inside the hive, and they wouldn't sting him. They would just lick the honey out of his finger. So he did that for months, and then he just opened the hive, and they would just fly around his house, and none of them were going to sting him because they already recognized the smell from his.
It's like his own private bee army.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because they were trained to expect food when they're close to him instead of enemy, right? So they don't recognize him as enemy. But that was
That's
so
awesome.
cool. So they would just fly around his house. So like none of them would ever sting him. Like sucks to be a bugler in his house.
Yeah.
This long corridor is sealed by
I thought you said butler, but you probably said burglar.
Said bugler.
It did sound like Butler a little bit. It sounded a little bit like Butler. I'm not gonna lie. Either way, they wouldn't like.
Yeah, it was not going to be a good visit to a house. Like, I'm gonna steal some stuff. And then, the middle of the night, just hear screams coming from downstairs.
Oof, thank.
I mean, it's not like they have somewhere else to go. I mean, it's fascinating, right? Most people don't know that bees relocate their hives once a year. No. No. That's how they reproduce their hives. Like, they leave the old hive behind with the queen. Like,
Oh, you buff it with vengeance. Don't buff it.
and it's like they take when they have too many numbers, a group of them just leaves the hives. Like, they migrate. So the original hive is gonna stay with the queen, but another group is gonna leave and create a new hive somewhere else. They can't turn a worker into a queen. They have to raise her to be a queen. They have to select her from the egg. Sure, of course.
This is making me so dizzy. I should just park him, right? I got the aggro of one of the big reds. I've been running in circles for like 3 minutes. I'm getting dizzy. I might just park him.
Ozzy is just jumping.
kill the vengeance next to the red names, but the red names didn't get the vengeance buff.
Last gate opens. What will you find as you continue deeper into the hub?
one would want Taz to be the one with the red names, right? Right, Taz?
Magic gem sits at the center of the room, surrounded by a magic shield. You won't just hand this
Did you say
gem
men
off
poop?
to Poxy Rain. I've protected it, yes, I have. With a good strong spell. Echoes the witch's voice.
I guess a stray arrow picked up on one of the reds, and he would not let me go.
Max is a tape? I thought he was a range.
Babalosaga's voice thunders from above. I think it's time.
I'm a range. This is a range tune. This one. I have 3 tunes. I have a tank, a warlock, and a ranged.
Surprised to be teleported outside, you look around. The insects are gone.
Oh, you
Babalosaga is still very much present.
you old hag. Let me go. God damn it. You're gonna kill me! Holy shit, I'm dying! It hurts.
I can't remember what Baba Lasaga's relationship is to Strahd. They're relatives,
Oh,
aren't they?
Okay, I'm
Sort
gonna
of. Like
know.
she's
He was the.
it as
She
like
delivered
cause-
him. She delivered him. She worked at his house, and she delivered him. And his mother died, so she kind of became a foster mother.
and
She took
she
care of him. He was a
enchanted
baby.
him with dark magic or something, and then she got kicked out of his house.
Wait, she's the cool aunt. That's what I'm seeing.
Cool.
I guess somewhat semi-cool. She rides around in a giant skull. That's pretty cool.
Oh boy, your tastes are weird.
But wasn't Strad like told that she was a bad person and he doesn't like her, or something?
He hates her. Strahd hates her. That's why he banished her to this place.
Now, is that because he knows what happened, or was he given like a description of it that he?
The what? No. He hates her because after his mother died, she kind of thought she actually believes he is the mother.
Strahd's more powerful than Baba Lasaga, right?
No,
No?
no.
Wow, she's pretty powerful.
His power comes from his curse. Her power is just her power. She's like that. She's immortal. She's everything. Huh?
Once more, the hut leaps back into its resting
His
place.
curse, basically, you know the dark gods from Member Temple. He got the dark wish of immortality, which made him a vampire. But he's not a normal vampire. He's a special vampire. That's why he's not like he's not a normal vampire, right? You put a silver knife on his heart or a dagger.
I hear the ladies find him very handsome, Strahd character. That's what I heard. So I don't know.
Yeah, they like that.
It's not that he's handsome. It's that his vampiric magic makes him charming. Right?
Oh, charming
Yeah,
and irresistible.
Right, but it doesn't mean he's handsome physically.
Okay.
He's still an old guy.
Was he a living creature before he became a vampire?
Yes.
Yes. So you want a short version of the story?
Please.
Okay, so first there were these two gods from the Shadowfell. So these two gods from the Shadowfell, they were lovers, and Shar, which is the goddess that controlled the Shadowfell, put a curse in them that forbade them from being together. So they loved each other, but they could never be together. So they grew resentful, and they started to cast curses on people who couldn't be together, right? For example, Strahd, he was in love with his brother's betrothed. So out of envy, he killed his brother and tried to stay with the woman, but she didn't love him. She loved his brother. So she tried to kill herself. The problem is how he killed his brother, because his brother was actually a powerful paladin or something. So he couldn't just attack him, right? In order to kill his brother, he had to become powerful. So he went to the Ember Temple to the vestiges of the dark powers, and he got the dark power of the vampire. In exchange for the immortality of the vampire, he had to drink blood from his own kin. So he killed his brother and drank his blood and became a vampire. When the dark gods saw, yeah, this is
Hang
the
on,
short-
I'm a bit confused here. So he needed this power in order to kill his brother, but he got the power by killing his brother?
No. He got the power of the vampire, but to complete the task, he had to drink his brother's blood. But when
Okay.
he attacked him, he was already a vampire. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to drink his blood.
But
Right, but for the ritual to function.
also, like, you said his brother was a paladin. And I noticed when I was playing a paladin going through Ravenloft that the paladin gets to, like, automatically detect which people are vampires.
Right. But here's the thing: when Sergei was killed, he was using the Sun Sword, which originally was a crystal sword that was meant to repel evil. But so Strahd stole the sword, destroyed it, hid it somewhere, and killed his brother. I don't know.
Awesome story.
That's why the Sun Sword is the only weapon that can kill him. Because it was the catalyst that created him in the first place.
Okay,
Also,
but then
the sword-
also, there's that whole thing with the woman who died. She ends up getting reincarnated because of how the curse of Barovia works.
That's after the curse of.
Yeah. But so that's Irina. Originally, she was Tatiana. So that's why we let that woman into the Shrine of the White Sun at the end of Sunrise, and then
Right.
she's
The fact
reunited
that
with
Tatiana gets reincarnated. They
that's
see him and they curse him and the entire into the enemy plane of dragons. So
Is there a fear somewhere?
So Strahd and everyone inside Barovia becomes trapped and they're unable to go to the afterlife, including Tatiana. So when Tatiana kills herself after Strahd becomes a vampire, instead of going to the afterlife as any normal dead person should, she gets reincarnated over and over every generation. And so does everybody else in Barovia.
Oh, there's the Fear Reaper just on the other side of the barrier. Kill the Grim Totem and we'll kill the Fear Reaper.
Yeah, now there's a bunch of totem shadows who are enhanced.
I wonder if it can teleport to us.
Another interesting part about Strahd's history.
Strahd like cats.
Is that yeah, everybody's dying. Sorry. Where's Creamy?
On the left.
Oh. On your left. So before Strahd becomes a vampire, when he was still human, he traveled to the mountains. He was attacked by bandits, and he was left to die. But a group of Vistani was traveling through his dimension and saved his life. So he promised that when he became the Lord of Barovia, because he was the heir of Barovia at the time, he was the prince. So he promised to the Vistani that once he became the ruler of the land, the Vistani would be welcome to come and go as they please. So he kept that promise even after he became the cursed vampire. That's why the Vistani are the only ones who can come and go from the mist. Because Strahd allowed.
So wait, does that mean that like Strahd's curse makes it so that he can't leave
Yeah, he
Barovia, but
goes
everyone
to
else is
the-
only trapped because he says so.
Yes.
Oh,
Strahd
another
and the Mist,
bench.
Strahd and the Mist are
Taking the
basically.
plague.
How do you think we are trapped here? I mean, in the tabletop story, the adventurers, because the players, they're just hanging around with their friends, etc. And then the mist just envelops them, and bam, they're in Barovia, just like that. It's like, how the hell does that happen? It's because Strahd went there and kidnapped those people. He can do that. But the
Wait, so
people
he
of
can
Barovia, but the people of Barovia is different because they are cursed, just like Strahd, right? They cannot escape. If they die, they get stuck in the mist and they reincarnate.
Okay, but the Vistani aren't originally from Barovia, so they're immune to the curse.
No. The Vistani are not originally from Barovia. The Vistani are travelers, interdimensional travelers.
Yes.
They go everywhere across the multiverse. So yes, the multiverse of Dungeons and Dragons. They go anywhere in any plane, right? They can go to Eberron. They can go to the Forgotten Realms. They can go to Greyhawk. They go anywhere.
So if they had originally been from Barovia, then they would have been affected by the curse, but they weren't.
Yes. And because Strahd lets them come and go, they can travel through the mist.
Lost the aggro. Killing the red is not a nice solution, but yeah.
So the thing about Baba Lysaga is, once Strahd becomes a vampire and he's cursed to Barovia, Baba Lysaga goes crazy because she thinks that her son, unquote, is dead, right? When he becomes a vampire, so she kind of becomes obsessed with trying to find a way to break his curse.
He's coming back for you. No. This red is crazy.
But then, when Baba Lysaga finds out how to break his curse, she discovers that if they break the curse, Strahd dies. So she decides that she's gonna protect him and not let anyone break the curse.
Whoever's got the aggro, the big reds can stay back.
Almost done, no? Yeah.
The magically protected gems still
Are we
sit
in
at
High
the
Reaper?
center of the
No,
room.
Reaper.
The old witch's words echo through the halls. Back again?
Well, 5 and 6 should be the half, right? Because the bottom is 1 and the top is 10. So 5 and 6 are simultaneously.
The magic shield around the gems sputters. A panicked voice calls out.
No, I think about 1 to 3, I'd say it's low, right? 4, 5, 6 is mid. 7 up when Doom Reaper spawns. That's high.
Once again, you're outside the hut. The hut does not stir, and there's no sign of the insects. But the mist shifts as other creatures emerge. Enough! Let this be
Yeah, because
Famine.
Which cries, descending into battle.
Yeah, so stirring can also mean like moving. Like it's often used in the context of someone being asleep.
it's funny some of the things about Barovia, like despite the fact that Barovia is a place where there is no sunlight, people use magic to, grow things, like the crystals that Baba Lysaga stole, right? Those crystals that they use to grow food. Even without sunlight, they use those crystals to make plants grow. And then they have this weird mold that they use to cool down the wine.
That's the brown mold.
Yeah. Because it's described that if you throw a fireball on those molds, the mold's gonna absorb the fireball, freeze the entire place, and grow.
Huh.
So it eats heat as food, basically
Cool.
making anything around it cold, right? Because it's gonna absorb the heat of everything around. So they use that to refrigerate the wines. Like, that's ingenious, actually. What a good idea, right? A magic refrigerator. Can you and Ozzy handle the chamber? You're dying.
Are you going to kill the raid?
Maybe. Could we? The crow. Yeah, but someone is piping though.
I got to put an ice storm here for the chamber, so. Rip firewall.
Beth, do you know the poem The Night Before Christmas? Shambler's up.
The night before Christmas.
Yeah, because like yeah.
You had negative levels.
Twas the night before Christmas, and also the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. And then there's a whole bunch of other stuff. It's pretty long. Yeah, just like the most common example of stowing used that way that I could think of.
Okay, be right back.
Babalosaga's power wanes and then fails. My boy! She croaks with the last breath of her long, long life.
I'm impressed that someone still has over 1,000 health.
What I missed.